Hey everybody, what's going on? Otis Wellborn here. Listen, it is literally like 10 o'clock tonight at night, and before I went to bed, I wanted to go ahead and just kind of jump on here and drop what was in my spirit. I was on my way home from work tonight, and the word that was in my mind tonight was journey. And I don't know why God put that word on my heart tonight, but I decided I was going to go ahead and speak on it. And I've been taking some notes over the last hour or so, and I thought, you know what, let me just go ahead and do a video and just kind of put out there. Maybe this is a word for you. Maybe this is a word that you can share with somebody else. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video because that's the whole point. Sometimes we watch videos and you're like, you know what? I never expected to come across this video, but guess what? That word was for me. I'm glad I came across that video, etc. So hopefully it's a word for you. And God, I pray that this word would reach all the people that it's supposed to, come across. And that I pray that this video is just not like a situation where I put it together and then, no one watches it. I pray that, it touches many people from across the world. I'm, currently located here in Houston, Texas, but I'm praying that it touches someone, overseas, or someone way across the country, or maybe even someone within my city. So let me get into this word. So the word journey, okay, it means an act of traveling from one place to another. Number one, we all have had some sort of journey, right? I've had a lot of journeys, and these journeys that we experience in our lives, they come in like several different paths, right? So for example, if I had to think about from the time I was born to now, I'm 44 years old. It's been quite of a journey. I've accomplished a lot during this time. I've experienced a lot. I've done a lot of things during this time. Thinking about, transitioning from kindergarten to 12th grade, or thinking about, me having my first child back in like 2012, right? And thinking about, how she's 12 years old now, that was quite a journey, watching my daughter grow up and, just experiencing all kind of things, during her journey of, becoming 12 years old. So we all have journeys. We have all experienced them, and they all come in different shapes and sizes and paths. And we have to learn how to embrace these journeys. So the things that, was placed on my heart earlier, I took some notes. So, bear with me as I look down a little bit. Number one, in order to prepare for your journey, I wrote down 3 points that I think you all should write down as well. Number one, you need to pack and plan. Pack and plan. Let me give you an example. So if you were actually taking a journey in a car, and you're going to drive, let's just say 8 hours, you might say, hey, you know what? I don't want to stop right away. I'm going to make sure I got a full tank of gas. So I'm going to plan to go get, some fuel prior. I'm going to plan and get some rest before I go on this journey. I'm going to plan and pack some food. And I'm going to store all kind of things, in this lunchbox or in this cooler to make sure that I'm prepared for this journey, this trip, right? Well, life is the same way. We all need to plan. We need to make sure we plan and pack all the things that we need on our journey, such as, all the necessity tools. We need to pack our determination. We need to make sure that we are determined to finish this journey. We need to make sure that we pack our focus. How important is it to focus on being on a journey, right? All these different things that you can, think of examples that you would need to pack and plan prior to, embarking on a journey. That's important, right? All right, number two, let's see here. I wrote down that you need to, let's see, bear with me. Pack and plan is number two. Okay, number two is be prepared for steps, breaks, and delays. What does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry, stops. Be prepared for stops, breaks, and delays. What does that mean? Number one, when you're on a journey, all of a sudden you might come to a halt and stop, or you might be like, you know what, I need to stop and go to a rest area. I need to stretch my legs. I need to, take a break. I need to, do this or that. And, in life, when you're on a journey, you know, it's like you can't just simply punch in or input your destination from like point A to point B on like a GPS system with life, right? You just never know what type of curveballs life's going to throw at you, right? So these stops might come all of a sudden. It might be something that puts your plan that you had in place to a halt for a second. It might kind of throw you a curveball and you're like, man, I didn't see that coming. And so let's go over a couple examples. Stops would be, things that you just never saw coming your way and it caused you to, stop. It's like driving in the car and you come up with unexpected traffic, right? Or maybe you ride into a storm, right? And so since you got a storm, it's going to slow down your momentum, which might cause a delay, right? And if you have a delay, that means you're moving slowly, you're not moving as fast as planned. You might not get to your destination as fast as you thought. And so, and maybe it gets so overwhelming that you're like, you know what, I need to take a break. We all have to take a break and sometimes hit that reset button, on this journey because life be lifing sometimes, right? And so it's important that we plan and pack, all the necessities that we need to embark on the journey. And number two, be aware that there might be some stops, there might be some breaks, and there might be some delays that come your way. And then lastly, the last thing I wanted to touch on was remember the experience. Remember the experience. I feel like, and I can just reflect on things in my life that, along my journey of many things that I've embarked on, I felt like God gave me the revelation of what things meant after I've experienced it. It's like getting to the finish line and you'd be like, whoo, that was tough, but I made it. I made it. And then I think what happens is when you reflect on it, it allows you to remember all that you went through, and then it allows you to identify your strengths and your weaknesses. You might say, hey, I experienced some stops, I experienced some delays, I had to take a break because I got overwhelmed, but here's what I learned during that time. What did I do in this life journey to, make things get a little easier for me? Did I have to pray more? Did I have to, take some time off and do self-care? I'm a big self-care advocate. I feel like that's important. I feel like, everyone should, do self-care. I mean, it's, maybe you need a mental health day, right? Mental health is the new wealth, right? There's no need for you to be stressed out about anything and not take care of yourself, right? If you're stressed out and you're not your best you, then how can you give anyone your best you, right? In order to be able to, speak a word or, do God's work by, pouring into people, you got to be able to take care of self, right? Self is first, right? And so, again, remember the experience. It's very important because it allows you to kind of just see, where did I fall short on this journey? What did I do really well? Or what can I do again in my next journey that will help me complete my next journey? Or what are some of the things that I need to improve on that would, help me along on my next journey? So again, the word journey popped in my spirit. It was kind of impromptu to do this video, but I feel like it's a word. It was definitely helpful for me just to, kind of write things down and kind of think about it as I was writing it down. But perhaps this word will help someone and maybe, give you some revelation on, embarking on your new journeys or giving you some things to think about and reflect on some of the journeys that you are already embarked on. So Much love. Love y'all. Stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. And we appreciate you stopping by the channel tonight. It's your guy, Otis Wellborn. Together we evolve group and the Speak Life movement. So stay tuned. All right. Much love. Y'all have a good one. Bye.